What's happening, folks? Welcome to the South Point Casino here in the 702, yo. Las Vegas. Ryan just gave me the weirdest look. It's high noon here. That means it's time for Punchlines. The punch is for the jokes, and the lines are for the folks who love to gamble on sports. I'm Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan, and today's show will be a big old smash, but not as big as a grandma hitting a backyard bomb. Denny, watch this. Crank it up, Drew Dog.
And first pitch, crush it.
It's like a wiffle ball. Can we see it? Do we have it twice? Because it's so here it is.
Zoom in on there. Is that the blade pitching?
I don't know. It looked like a righty. Could be me. So there, she hits it. Walk off for grandma. I love that.
She's a lefty.
She's a lefty. That's where all the power comes from. The man who is sitting behind the glass, he's like that Homer hitting grandma.
Oh, okay.
He likes to teach me things, like finding the original sources for videos. He's always there with a butterscotch candy or a great stat or graphic.
Those are good.
And is somebody you'll love forever. Our producer, Ryan McCormick, everybody. Hey, Ryan, what do you have at the bottom of your purse today to have on the show?
Well, all the way at the bottom, we have two different guests, but I'll let you
Okay.
do the honors on those.
Let them know who's coming up a quarter after.
And then 100 shows ago, obviously good posted punchlines, and the Olympic truck. So
We got a lot. I'll let you know who's on the show.
working on the top five.
A man I roasted on his 40th birthday, which is on YouTube. You can watch after the show, and his 50th birthday. A man who is the absolute best to hang with. Former Minnesota Golden Gopher World Series champion All-Star Denny Neagle is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Denny.
We got to think this is probably like I got to think 15th appearance on the show.
I think 15 is a good number.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
I
Is
did
702 the area code or the temperature here now?
It's both. It is both. If you reverse the area code 207 approximately.
It's pretty close.
And you number 15, and maybe subconsciously I said that because you're sitting next to me.
were.
And his email address, the last four of his SOCH, 1515. If you mom's maiden name is no.
Pin for the bank account.
I told you this when I first met you, is when I first was about 21, 22 and started coming to Vegas, and I always bet 15 black on roulette. Went to a movie a couple weeks ago, waited some time to kill, sat down, 15, hit, $36. That paid for the movie.
I always love it,
popcorn.
Ryan. When I get a text from Frank about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, I know it's most likely going to be, guess what I hit?
Denny! Yep, sent you a picture the other night, actually. Can't wait for you to get here. Boo. Yeah, well, it happens. But also coming up is Denny. Look, he's got a lot of high-profile fans and friends that he brings on the show. From the MLB Network, a guy, he's my absolute favorite on TV talking about baseball. Mark DeRosa is going to be here.
He does a great job for them, man. He really does.
So funny, so knowledgeable. The manager of the silver medal winning team at the World Baseball Classic.
We'll definitely have to talk about that.
Yeah, love that guy for sure. Mark DeRosa is going to be here. So I mentioned in the chat to let us know if you have a question for either former big leaguer. Don't ask about the nightlife thing. No, we already did. Who was that? Was that you, Keith? That was Keith. Oh, he was the one who asked the question yesterday. That's right. I forgot.
St. Louis.
Exactly. We already know it's St. Louis. All right, it's time for the comedy clip of the day, right, Ryan? Sometimes we do coolest clip, but today we have a couple funny ones, and they both involve probably is he the most popular Kansas City Chief? He probably is the most popular ahead of Patrick Mahomes now.
Being who his girlfriend
Being
is.
who he
yeah.
is.
Well, his girlfriend, I think that gets him over the
Who's
top.
he dating?
His girlfriend,
Some Swift.
Swift. DeAndre Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Bill Swift.
Bill Swift. That was a picture for the Giants. I remember Bill Swift. All right, anyway, so here's he surprises a woman in the hallway who we're doing that one first, right?
Taylor gonna get
that
upset.
doesn't sound right. No, yeah. Just roll the clip.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
It's all traffic door.
What are you guys doing in my hallway?
Dude, you just took my wife's breath away. Like, literally, she just almost died there.
Taylor Swift effect.
The Taylor Swift effect.
Taylor Swift. I love that.
That's funny. He threw that in there.
Taylor Swift effect.
Swift effect.
So, Ryan, the other day, we kind of had Taylor Swift effect. Do you want to explain this, or can you?
Well, yeah, this is just the Taylor Swift effect.
This is her playing football. Someone AI'd her as we're running. Just blowing past Chargers left and right, scoring.
That's great.
Of Taylor Swift. That was a double shot of comedy clip because they fit together so well. Lines like this, Ryan. The AI is getting scary. The AI is because it looked like she was really on the field.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. Speaking of, I just looked down at my computer and I got to see it again because we have a lag in case someone swears. That's not why. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for roll call. Roll call.
Roll call.
All right, this is where we see rolling with the punchies, ladies and gentlemen. This is our chat room. We have a lot of regulars in there. Keith Lyle is here. I don't mean just in the chat room. He's sitting right over to my right there today, helping us out. What team did Mark DeRosa like playing for the most? Good question. Joey B is there. Joey B is a Colorado guy.
Nice.
Denny also.
What's up, Joey B?
Joey B, there you go. Good afternoon, Frank, Ryan, and Denny. Frank the Blade says Bob is in Thailand. I don't know what that. Please, who are you, Frank the Blade? Reveal yourself.
Reveal yourself.
Is it someone behind? It's not. No. It's no way it's Ryan. He's doing too much. Caden, he could care less about trying to.
Frank just doesn't want to admit that he refers himself in the third person.
Joey B, Denny, how close were you to the wildfires here in Southwest Metro Denver, Ken Carl Ranch area?
That was scary. That was right behind my neighborhood, actually.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. My son was up at his mom's house, Trey, when he was here last time. And he was like, Dad, have you seen this yet? You know, and I swear I didn't even know it was that close, Frank. And then I look over and the black smoke's coming up over the foothill mountain there and stuff.
Whoa.
And so we were close. They evacuated 2 or 3 neighborhoods right next to us. So we were the last one that was almost going to get evacuated.
Oh,
that was
goodness.
pretty scary, man.
All right, that's a great question to bring the show down. Perfect. All right, anyway, he's okay, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. I got s'mores out, you know. Joey B, good question. Taylor running for a TD is the Swift effect, absolutely. And Bob Dell says it's Mike O'Day. He says it might be Mike, who is the originator of calling me the Blade.
Frank the Blade.
But he's an attorney. He's a busy man right now. It's 3 o'clock, Becky's. He's probably working, I would think, but I don't know. Bob Dell seems to think that's who it is. By the way, Bob Dell did do a second video where he did say hi to you, and he was like, he felt bad. He goes, Ann used the one where I didn't, but anyway, he wanted to know that he was very excited that you were there.
Bob thinking of me.
But what? Oh, I think there's a second video he claimed, and I don't know if I have to give him crap for wearing an Orioles shirt, not a Pirate shirt, by the way. But
well, he's representing his hometown now.
I know. Oh, his hometown's always going to be Pittsburgh. Okay, roll call punchies. Thank you for being here. It's time for Lines of the Night. Ryan, do you want to kick this one off?
Yeah, mine was actually announced this morning.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
So Florida International is getting a new sponsor.
Great name.
And it is Pitbull.
Did you see this name?
No.
He gave him $6 million for 5 years, 1.2 million for it's now going to be called Pitbull Stadium.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305.
Also getting a deal with them where he gets to perform in the stadium rent-free 10 times a year. So
is that what I saw he gets the stadium 10 times a year. I didn't understand.
Smart.
Oh, it is, right?
Yeah.
Plus, they got to carry his vodka.
Yep.
They have to carry his vodka. What are a couple other things?
Is it called 305?
It is. I think it's called 305 vodka. I swear to God, it is.
Yeah, Volley 305 vodka. Yeah, sold at games.
He gets 2 suites.
For up to 40
he gets
people.
2 suites for every game. And the title of this.
He didn't go to school there or anything, did he?
I don't think so. It's just the.
That's a smart business move.
The area
It is.
code, yeah.
And apparently his net worth, when you click on the article or whatever, it said it's $100 million. So I'm like, I don't know if that's
I think
true.
it's 305.
Really? What?
I think it's 305.
Yeah.
No, that's his net worth. Shut up. It is on 305.
Oh.
See what he did there?
I'm wondering, it's got to be closer to that.
Anyway, Pitbull, I think it's pretty hysterical. The coach, though, the last 2 years has been 3-7. So when they let him go, they could play "You're fired, boss." Dun, 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 dun.
Fire,
Dun, dun, dun,
boss.
dun, fire, boss. Applauding for myself right there. And then, if the season goes bad, it's like, woo, we're going down just like timber, whatever. I tried to look up. I almost said Red Bull songs. Yeah, those were bad. FIU Fireball, you titled that one, Ryan. Can we go back and show that?
Brett Favre.
That was a
Brett
young
Favre?
Mesa.
Wait, who? What?
That was a young Mesa.
That was a Caden? Caden came up with FIU ball. Fireball. Good job.
Nice.
Well, wait, he's got an impression too.
Oh, you do have an impression?
Oh, we got to hear it.
All right, come on.
The Worldwide 305. Hey.
I don't know if anybody heard that at home, but hey, have you been working on? Do you have any other impressions that we didn't know about, Caden? Just Fireball? Or just,
That was good, though.
The guy, he's a good businessman. He's always got the suit. It could be 100 degrees out. He's always in a suit. He's always got the ladies. So, congratulations. And by the way, the team's not that good, but who knows? Maybe they'll pack the stadium now. I don't know.
They'll definitely pack the stadium.
They'll pack the stadium for sure. All right. My line of the night. We're going to our boy Brooks Gate. What's that?
The lines on the globe.
Line. So line of the night, latitude, longitude. Brooks Gate. There's this guy Brooks Gate. We had him on the show. This guy comes up with the weirdest stuff. He'll find out, like every major league team he'll put the mileage they are located to a Costco. Which stadiums are located closer to a dispensary, a liquor store, or
A church.
a church? We don't know how he does it. So we got him on the show. He's like, I don't know, man. He's just this like dude that comes up with this stuff. So he came up with one where every major league team was moved 1 degree north of where they are now.
Yeah.
And go ahead. A degree away is a good title. So the Hershey Orioles, they could win the World Series, bar none. Hershey Bar. Okay, what else? The Lake Michigan White Sox. They're under 500 right now. They would be underwater. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it going. There we go. Here we go. All right, I got more. Wellington Rockies. Hey, what's their beef with the Rocky fans? Yeah, here we go. Kansas City Royals would be the King City Royals. Hey, they're a cheap team. KC, it's King City, Kansas City. They don't have to change their merchandise. Hey, Reefer City is the new Dodgers. Hey, I guess Snoop Dogg's going to be a big fan of the Reefer Dodgers. Okay, wait, we got more. Hold on.
For shizzle.
For shizzle, yeah. The Saint Nazian Brewers. It's named after a saint. Well, they're going to pray to try and win the division. Oh, I'm running out. Pleasant Valley Mondays. Pleasant Valley Mondays. Who's their favorite rock group? The Monkees and Pleasant Valley Sunday. Hold on. Banger Phillies. I hardly knew her. There you go. All right, very good. The Hidden Valley Lake Giants. What do they put on everything at the concession stand? Ranch? Valley Ranch? Hidden Valley? What's in front? No. Carl, Lake Kakachi Blue Jays. That's all I got.
God bless you.
There we go.
Couch-a-ching.
What was the
That was
Pittsburgh
pretty
one?
good.
Carlton Pirates. I guess Pirate Parrot's going to dance like this, like Carlton. Not unusual. That's all I got.
Frank!
Shut up, Brian. I think Mark DeRosa just hung up, by the way. I think I saw him listening and watching. He's like, what has Nagel got me in on?
He's like, I should have known if Nagel's on the show.
I'll let him use that stuff on MLB Network tonight. He's laughing. This is good. He's going to be on in about 3 minutes. It's August 6th. 2024. Now, Denny, as you know yesterday, what we do is we take all these silly national days that radio shows, podcasts like to do, but we do something no one else does.
I can't wait to hear these.
We put them into an AI machine and we find a celebrity birthday. What celebrities did we use, by the way? Okay, hold on. Caden just put some food in his mouth.
We did use I Love Lucy.
You did or did not?
Did.
All 3 of them.
You used,
All
okay, all right, hold on. Here we go. So today's national days are National Fresh Breath Day, National Root Beer Float Day, Cycle to Work Day, which I almost did, National Wiggle Your Toes Day, and National Scuba Day. And the birthdays are...
Steve?
What's that?
Scuba Steve?
What is that?
Come on, from Big
Big
Daddy?
Daddy.
Adam Sandler?
That's not one of my favorite Sandler
Oh,
movies.
jeez.
Even still.
Scuba. Oh, yeah, I remember that. NBA Hall of Famer David Robinson, the Admiral, is 59.
Admiral.
Lucille Ball would be 123 today. And director M. Night Shyamalan, there's a twist to this. He's 54, or is he? We don't know. Could be a twist. So we put it on the AI machine. Here's what the computer spit out. Here we go. All right, so we have M. Night Shyamalan. Is he doing a bong hit with a root beer float?
He's Scuba Steve.
Oh, he's scuba diving a root beer float.
Yep.
He's underwater. Then we have David Robinson brushing his teeth because it's Fresh Breath Day. And then we have Lucy cycling to work, but it looks like she's about to be hit by a semi-truck. I don't know what's going on there.
And they're all
think she
somehow
saw
wiggling their
Patrick
toes.
And they're all what, Ryan?
Somehow wiggling their toes.
They're all wiggling their toes at the same time. We can't see. That's not pictured here.
Yeah.
Keith Lyle leaning in to check the monitor out. All right, there you go. We're going to tweet that out later, ladies and gentlemen. We're the only people who do that. All right. By the way, we always like to look back at 100 shows ago, and coincidentally enough, Denny was here 100 shows ago on episode 111. Today's episode 211. And my buddy, comedian John Caparulo stopped by, who I did a show with this past weekend at Wise Guys. Very funny guy. Denny was wearing, do you remember what jersey you were wearing?
The Trey Young?
Trey Young, Atlanta jersey, Atlanta Hawks jersey, because it was number 11. And Caparulo talked about being a new resident of Vegas and his residency at the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club 100 episodes ago.
The Riviera, I remember we used to do 14 shows too. It was like, I mean,
in one night.
70s where it was yeah. And you would go thinking like, nobody's going to come to the late show on Monday. And then there they are. Like, all right, I guess tickets were free, huh? All right, good. Good to see everybody. But yeah, it's, I mean, like I did my residency at Harrah's. I had a, like I said, I started with Tom Green. We would do 3 nights. I do 3 nights. He do 3 nights. But then through 2019, I was 6 nights a week by myself.
Wow.
No opener.
No opener.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
it was a lot of me. It was really just, I mean, because you think, you're like, oh, well, I can, grow as an artist and I have all this time to work out. And man, it became Groundhog Day. It was just like, wow, I am so sick of the sound of my voice.
Oh, we're back.
Whoa!
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Ryan. You don't even know what happened in the off camera, but Ryan had to stand up during the show, which is very rare.
You got to see if I was wearing pants or not.
Which
I
sometimes
was
we don't.
disappointed.
All right. We have
thought he
our John Caprilla, very funny. He was he or wasn't he? I didn't notice. I was
No, he was.
talking to Mark DeRosa here, who is here. Denny, would you like to give him a nice build-up, big introduction here for our guest?
Wow, geez. Our next guest
Yes.
is a former teammate of mine.
Okay.
One heck of an MLB player.
Okay.
Who has translated that into an even better broadcaster, if
Tremendous.
that's even possible, because he was a hell of a player too. My favorite MLB, don't tell Harold Reynolds and Plesac and those guys. But my favorite MLB analyst in studio and the coach of the USA team, silver medal winner.
Yeah.
From the World Baseball
World
Classic,
Baseball
Mr.
Classic.
Mark DeRosa.
Yay, Mark DeRosa is here.
DeRosa.
How about that intro, huh, buddy?
Mark DeRosa, what's up, man? We really appreciate you being here. Thank you for taking the time.
No, thanks for having me. When Denny texted me, I mean, this is a lot of memories flood back. I don't think people realize, like Denny, we'll talk about it, but 1998, getting called up to the big leagues, he kind of took me under his wing and showed me the ropes.
Is that right?
And based off the Trey Young 100 episodes ago, you finished out the left arm sleeve, I said.
Yes, I did. Yeah. No, yep. I still got a couple more things to go, but yep, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, man.
I remember you just had the barbed wire for a long time.
Yeah,
right? You started with the barbed
'cause
wire.
I was a Pam Anderson fan.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, weren't we all? And actually, what's weirder, the first time I noticed you had that was I saw you running on the beach. This sounds so weird. No, it was when we were in the Bahamas, when we
that's
bumped
right.
into each other down in Atlantis. And it
I was doing my Hasselhoff.
He was doing his Hasselhoff, and he ran by it. I saw it in slow motion. I don't know if it was really in slow motion, but I saw that.
Frank always sees me in slow motion.
No, but Mark, we're down there. I show up, and he's there, but we didn't even know each other was going to be there. And we're walking around, and all these huge athletes are there. And it turned out it was the Tiger Woods golf tournament.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan golf tournament. What am I saying? And like we saw this hot blonde. I'm like, oh, is that Pam Anderson? It was Pam Anderson. And then it was like Clemens and Canseco. And then there was one blackjack table. I know I've told this before, but it was like Gretzky, Barkley, Elway. I mean, it was like if that something would have happened, like a hurricane, the sports world is wiped out.
It was
50 of the greatest athletes of all time.
Exactly.
Jose Canseco, Pam Anderson. It was wild.
There was me.
That was wild. Anyway, so Mark, on MLB Network, I watch you guys all the time in the morning. I have a season pass. I record it all the time. So I see you all the time, and I want to get your take on baseball season right now. Second half is underway. Some teams that are coming off strong right now. The Diamondbacks are really making me mad, and the Padres look pretty good. This hurts my Pirates wild card chance. I'm a Pittsburgh Pirate fan, if you didn't know. But
You're a
anyway,
Pirate.
I am. That's where I met Denny his rookie year in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think diving in, like just kind of potpourri in it, and Denny can attest to this a little bit. I think the Diamondbacks kind of hit that malaise of having such an epic run to the World Series that almost like the regular season's kind of boring. They dealt with a bunch of injuries early. I think they're slowly starting to get their full team back together. They're realizing they have to make a run and they want to be a part of it. Like everyone who gets a taste of October, that's all you play the regular season for, like to get paid, amass numbers, but you're grinding through August to potentially get to the postseason and play those postseason games. As for your Pirates, you're looking good, but I think it's one of those. It's one of those where they're going to protect these guys. So I don't know how much you're really going after.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Is it going to be like another Steven Strasburg thing with the Nationals? Are they going to pull Skeens back a little bit?
I think him and Jared Jones is already, obviously, he's coming back. He's been throwing some bullpen sessions. But, I mean, what is your take on Paul Skeens when you see him pitch? I mean, he's just doing things at this level. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think he's the greatest pitching prospect to come into the league in a while. Denny, I'm serious. Like everyone I've talked to, I watch him throw at LSU and then ask the people that work on the draft and the scouts and just sitting down with them. And they said it was like the best pitching prospect they've ever seen.
Wow.
So, I mean, what he's doing, Denny knows this. Pitching's different. Like if you got great stuff, it could be a meteoric rise to the big leagues, where I feel like the position players really got to cut his teeth in the minor leagues for a little bit, get a couple 100 ABs, learn how to play the game on a professional level. When you throw 100 miles an hour with a dirty split and a slider and you're 6'6" and got tree trunk legs, there's really no reason to waste some bullets in AA.
Yeah, I know the feeling. You know, I mean, if you look at me, I'm sitting down, Mark, but I know it's a rotator cuff surgery.
To add on that,
Please.
Mark, you know, I talked about him too, Frank.
Yeah.
I think the last time I was here too. I agree, Mark. I mean, it's just crazy how policy was, because I've been watching a lot of college baseball the last couple of years too, and just watching him last year even too dominate the way he did. You know, and the SEC, as you know too, Mark. I mean, my gosh, it's almost like the way the talent pool is coming out of there. It's almost like, high A, almost AA sometimes with some of the talent. I mean, just look at the draft this past 2 years even. But the way he dominated against them and then through the College World Series, I was like, this kid is going to be special.
And he
right
pitches,
away.
Denny.
Yeah,
He pitches.
Yes.
He's not a thrower. Like, he's just not rearing back and here you go, here's 100 miles an hour. It's like, man, throwing you some off-speed stuff. He's really going about it a little bit different.
Now, Ryan's our producer. He's a big Cubs fan, and we want to talk about the Cubs' current situation, too. I can see him already giggling. And, that, of course, the Cubbies is one of your beloved teams, too. What are they doing over there in Chicago?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, like, it's tough because I'm super tight with David Ross. So I felt like there was a little – that whole situation, I get it. Jed Hoyer can do whatever he wants. He's the GM of the Cubs, and he's in a position to make that move. But he took a team that was kind of on the rise and wanted Craig Counsell and brought Craig Counsell in, and then different players come in and a different philosophy. It takes a minute. But when I watch the Cubs, when I sit down and watch the Cubs, and Denny can jump in on this, it's a lot of the same hitter. And I feel like pitchers get on a run and they can kind of go through that lineup. It's not giving them a bunch of variety where they have to attack. The pitcher has to be kind of creative and attack a little bit differently. If Bellinger's not like raking, that lineup struggles to score runs.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think they'll be on the outside looking in.
There's no question, though, Mark. I agree. You know, as a pitcher, if you have a team that's like, susceptible to the off speed, or they just don't make the adjustment on the outside pitch, it makes your job so much easier as a pitcher than, because, like Mark said, you can just attack the whole team the same way. Whereas if there's variety and guys have different approaches and stuff, and different stances, and one guy maybe goes the other way better, or one guy's a better pull hitter, then you got to really like in and out, up and down, and change your philosophy throughout the whole lineup. But otherwise, man, it makes your job a lot easier as a pitcher.
So kind of going off of that and going back to the Skeens thing. So we've seen in this season that after Skeens start, the Pirates really struggle because Falter isn't able to match the kind of stuff that Skeens has. So Mark, as a hitter, what's the kind of perspective change seeing that 100+ come at you and then the next day it kind of could be meatballs? And then Denny, how would you follow Skeens going around the box? How do you locate stuff like that?
Go ahead, Mark. You can go first.
Anybody other than Skeens is dead the next day. I would say this, like, you keep and I know Bailey Falter's completely opposite left-handed thrower, but you keep showing guys the same kind of, if I face 3 lefties in a row, by that third day, that lefty's done. Like, anybody coming off Skeens is going to struggle because you're so hyper focused off Skeens that if you're able to get through that with a bleeder knock or drive something in the gap or work a walk or find a way to add value that game, you're waking up the next day trying to make up for it, and the focus and just the stuff's not going to be there from the opposition. So you feel like, hey, there's a good chance in the cab ride over that I'm gonna probably barrel up 3 balls tonight and see what happens.
Cab ride. That's how long ago you guys both played, right?
I took the horse and carriage.
Or I used to ride on the back of his motorcycle.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, yep. Orlando, man. I took him on the back of my Harley. We said we're just going to go for a spin, but we ended up driving from like Disney to downtown Orlando, like 35-40-minute ride. And he's on the back like my little trophy.
Please tell me there's video or pictures of this.
I wish we had some. Yeah, 8mm.
Like
no, but hey, to answer your question from my side, Ryan, the best way I can answer that is, obviously when, Mark knows when he came up, I was in a rotation with three future Hall of Famers. and they might not have the stuff that Skeens had, but for me to pitch in that rotation and to follow those guys, it sounds so cliche-ish, Ryan, but the best thing you can do as a pitcher is say, look, I'm not going to try to be John Smoltz because I don't have a 96-mile-an-hour fastball with a 89-mile-an-hour slider. I don't have Greg Maddox's pinpoint control. Tommy Glavine and I pitched more similar, but still he threw a little bit harder than me. So the best thing I could do was say, look, if anything, just use it as an instrument to push me to be a better pitcher, but still stay within yourself and pitch your own game. You can't get so caught up in saying, holy crap, I got to follow Skeens throwing 103, whatever. Yeah. For me, like as a lefty who was a crafty guy, I would have loved to follow Skeens because it was the complete opposite.
Off balance.
My fastball would look like 68, after him.
But you did win 20 games, so come on. Anyway, okay.
I was going to say, I played behind Denny. Like that four with Kevin Millwood throwing it in there, that might go down as one of the greatest rotations ever assembled. And they all attacked you differently. And I think what made Denny so successful, like he hid the ball. He was deceptive. Guys just never got good swings off on him. It felt like the changeup mirror, like they call it tunneling now. Denny was just fastball, changeup, occasional breaking ball, nasty. So he was he's not giving himself enough credit.
Thanks, DeRosa. I'll give you that 100 later.
I went to StatHead to see if you guys faced each other, but I couldn't find anything. You guys never faced each other.
No, you know what, Mark? Remember that time I was on rehab with the Reds, and they sent you, I think you were on rehab or something also too. You were
maybe they don't count.
No, I know, but I think that's the only time I did face him in any, other than like spring training, BP and stuff like that.
Do you remember the results? I know you probably do.
I don't.
No way.
Denny usually is like Rain Man. He can be like, I was 62 thirds in.
If I took him deep, I would have remembered.
I would have remembered that, yeah.
All right, so looking to the second half of the baseball season, who has the best lineups? Who's in best position for you? Mookie Betts coming. I mean, the Dodgers have been struggling a little. Yeah. San Diego is, I think, 11-3 since the break. But are the Dodgers still the team in the National League and in the American League? Who do you like? Baltimore, the Yankees, Cleveland?
Yeah, I would say the team with the least amount of flaws is the Philadelphia Phillies. They haven't been playing great, but again, Denny knows this. Over 162, you're going to go through a 20-game stretch where everybody's not hitting, stuff's not as sharp. The media starts questioning, fans get a little nervous, but there's usually no panic with a team littered with stars like them. So I would lean Philly as the best team in the National League. I would say the Dodgers certainly, I mean, right on their heels. I think the biggest thing for me with the Dodgers is who's going to be healthy starting pitching-wise when they go into October. Who's going to make those starts? Is it Glass now? Is it Yamamoto? Is Walker Buehler going to show up? Is it Gavin Stone, a rookie who's never probably pitched a big postseason game? So I want to see what they're doing there. San Diego's got a puncher's chance. Arizona's got a puncher's chance, I think, the same as last year. Then El Central's going to, whoever wins that division's going to have a hard time.
It's true.
Milwaukee or St. Louis to get through it. And then flip it to the American League, put them in a hat.
Shake it up.
I mean, it looked like the Yankees were unbeatable in the beginning of the year. They've since showed flaws. Their bullpen kind of leaves a little to be desired. I love the Orioles, but Denny knows this. They got like legit. They're superstar players, but they got like 3 to 4 rookies starting. That's hard to run the gauntlet with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's wide open. It's wide open for me, but I would lean Philly right now if I had to pick.
Yeah, I think if Baltimore could have picked up that one more veteran guy,
I thought they would.
Yeah, I was thinking they would too. So it was surprising.
Well, you still follow the Orioles, right? As growing up there, right? Mm-hmm. That's who we liked at the beginning of the year. I think I took Baltimore. Actually, we felt like last year they got into the playoffs, but they needed that year to get in the playoffs and see how it is. But Mark brings up a great point that they're rookies. No more. Do you have a baseball question? I was going to shift gears. Are you good?
Well, the comments
or in the chat, go for it.
The chat said that Neagle and DeRosa are looking like two guys from Dumb and Dumber on the moped. But then we also had a comment asking what DeRosa, what your favorite organization to play for was.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's always where you played the best, right? So I would say Cubs. I would lean heavily into that. Once I got used to the day games, that place was like special.
And when you bring up Wrigley Field, Denny, what'd you do at Wrigley Field?
Oh, What was it? Oh, yeah, Grand Slam.
Grand Slam. He hit a Grand Slam there. we know that one. So I want to ask you about college football because you played college football, and college football season is upon us.
Wait. Where did you play at, Mark?
Well, University of Pennsylvania, 1AA. So let's not get carried away.
No, but I'm talking about the big brain on you too, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't believe you me. When I walked into that classroom, you want to talk about being overmatched? Those guys. There was people that attacked the classroom the way we attacked the baseball. It's mind blowing. They actually are like competing against each other. I'm just trying to pass.
So, who are your teams that you root for in college football? Do you follow college football closely? I know you got baseball obviously all year.
I do.
Yeah,
I do. I follow it real close. I love college football. I probably lean towards it more. I know the NFL's a juggernaut, and I watch every game. But I probably lean Saturday SEC. I never left Atlanta. I married a girl from the South, and I stayed in Atlanta, so I mean, obviously, Georgia's
the Bulldogs,
yeah,
a wagon for the last how long? So I'm usually locked in on SEC stuff.
Yeah, we have a bet here. Chris has it posted here at the South Point. It's Ohio State and Georgia.
Yeah, so you can partner Ohio State and Georgia to win the national championship, or you can bet the field,
which is every other team in college football.
Who's going to be the quarterback of Ohio State if they?
That guy.
Yeah.
That guy, Justin Fields, is going back to school because he's not going to start for Pittsburgh.
I'm just saying, that's always been that's my big thing.
They're so deep, though. I know Jeff Parles isn't here today. He would know. What is it, Ryan? Do we know?
I'm looking at it.
Okay, he's looking at it. But and then as far as NFL football, who's your team? I know you grew up. I don't know. You're in Philly.
I'm gonna ruffle some feathers.
Okay.
Here. So I grew up in a house where literally I drew the blind in my bedroom and I could walk to Giant Stadium.
Oh, geez.
Which is now MetLife.
Sure.
So my dad was a huge Giant guy. So me and my brother just wanted to go against him. So I've been the sneakiest, biggest Cowboy fan.
Oh no! You didn't go Philly. You didn't go Eagles to make it even. No, you go all the way to Dallas.
No. We went to Dallas. Because we like the helmets. My brother was older than me, and he goes, "We like the stars on the helmets. Let's ride or die with that."
Yeah, right. It was those cheerleaders that got them.
Did you either one of you watch the New York Giants Hard Knocks?
Yes. I still need to watch the last couple of episodes.
Oh my God.
It was so good.
You get into it. I couldn't stop. I actually binged it one Sunday morning to see the inner workings of the GM and him talking about players very openly.
Yes.
Maybe forgetting cameras are on at times, but it was fascinating. And now tonight is the premiere of Ryan's team, the Chicago Bears, with Caleb Williams.
Yep.
And
wow.
I don't know. Are you follow Hard Knocks, or are you too deep on baseball?
No, I watched it all, and I was saying the same thing. I was surprised he let you so deep into those conversations, and it kind of was cool when Mara, the owner, came in because he's coming at it from a completely different thought process. Like when Saquon, he was like, "How are the fans going to react?"
Said he's our most popular player. Yeah, right.
Yeah, like he's looking at it from a completely different way. So I thought it was awesome.
What's the GM's name again?
Steve Scott Schoen.
Joe Schoen.
Joe Schoen. There it is.
Shane.
John Cocktosin.
John Cocktosin. Oh, you're doing Fletch. Nice. All right. So what's the rest of the day look like for you? What's your schedule today? And how much baseball do you actually watch? I mean, I know you know everything about every team.
I probably watch way too much. So like I fly. So kind of kill two birds with one stone. I grew up here, like I said, the network's not too far from where I grew up. So I still got family up here. So I come up here. My wife and kids are down. My son started his freshman year of high school yesterday. So he's dialed in. My daughter's a junior at Auburn. So they're all dialed in down south. So I come up here and got nothing else to do but 4-box games all night. So I'm watching pretty religiously once I come off the golf course.
I love it.
Yeah, Mark, I don't think your wife would care if I told the story. Remember when you were saying, no.
That's always a preface.
No. Hear me out, because it's harmless. It's harmless, but I had to tell the story. Remember, so when you got called up for the Braves the first time in '98, and you were crashing with me and Jennifer, my friend knows her.
I know Jen.
And so Mark, I let Mark stay for free and drive a car, have one of my cars
right on the back of the bike,
because, and he was like, dude, no, I owe you something like that. I said, no, you don't. That's how I was brought up in the game. Just pay it forward once you're the veteran. which I'm sure he did. You know, Mark's an unbelievable guy. But so he's like, but dude, I got to give you something. And I jokingly said to him, you were dating a different girl at the time. Her name was Stephanie or something. And anyways, I said, I'll tell you what, dude, just have Stephanie come down and make the coffee in her, like, you know, lingerie, a little bikini, whatever, tomorrow morning. He's like, oh, dude, she totally will. Again, I'm like, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding.
Dude, what people don't know, and I tell everyone this, we drove home that night. I was staying at the Marriott Marquis when I got called up, and he goes, you're not staying there. You got to stay with me. I'm like, all right, okay. I'm staying with Denny Neagle. We drive home that night. You remember you handed me a walkie-talkie?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Who had the other
I was on
walkie-talkie?
the other side of the house. He had this grandiose Georgia mansion. And then at like 2 a.m, he'd be like, you awake?
You up? You up? Oh, my God. All right.
In Tokyo.
Mark, last thing. Quickly, we'll get you off on the White Sox. How many more do they lose? Do they win tonight in Oakland?
Man, I you know what? I hope tonight ends it.
Yeah.
Then, you know, that's got to be so hard. But, I mean, they're playing with a grinder roster.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I don't think they did anything miraculous to kind of get the ship turning in the right direction at the trade deadline.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be rooting for him eventually. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it becomes a thing too, Mark, as I mentioned it yesterday. You don't want to be the team that actually loses to them now. You know, it's like a matter of pride. I remember, who was it? Anthony Young was the pitcher for the Mets, I think.
He won like 20 games. Yeah. AY.
No, he lost. Remember?
He lost 20 games.
Yes,
yeah.
he lost like 20 in a row. And so I remember I faced him, you know, he was like, had 16 in a row at that point. And I'm like, oh, man, I don't want to be the guy that loses to him now. So it becomes pressure on the other team.
Well, the Orioles, they tied the Orioles last night with 21, right? Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, Mark, by the way, thank you so much for being on the show. The last thing I saw when I did a little research on you is you're a giant Bon Jovi fan. So keep rocking with the Bon Jovi. Did you see the documentary? The documentary's awesome.
Did.
Oh, it was tremendous.
I did. I saw it too. Like, I hope his vocal cords come back. Right? I saw him in Tampa in 13, and then I saw him pass away at Madison Square Garden 2 years ago. I turned to my brother. I'm like, golly, our childhood is over.
Well, listen, we're gonna tomorrow in the AI machine. We're gonna have. Kane's going to put Mark DeRosa and Denny Neagle on a motorcycle in Orlando. So we'll have that picture.
You got to get me that picture.
Denny will send it to you. All right. Thank you again for your time. Mark DeRosa, everybody. Thank you, Mark.
Right. Thanks,
all
guys.
right. Oh, my
Denny,
God.
great
Denny,
seeing you.
You too, brother.
That was
awesome.
awesome.
My God. Do walkie-talkie. Are you up? That's hysterical. Oh, my God. All right. It's time for picks at 12:36. We're a minute late, but we had to go a little overtime there. That is the funniest story I've ever heard.
I totally forgot about the walkie-talkie.
The walkie-talkie.
Punchline picks at 12:36.
All right, so we do picks every day at 12:36. Mark DeRosa, I don't know. Maybe did he just take the White Sox? Possibly, he might have just taken the White Sox. I don't know.
That might be what you have to do every day in order to get positive.
I know is take the White Sox. I'm 0-3, Denny. My doggist. It's doggist, and it's doggist.
Who's pitching for the White Sox? Henry Rowengarten?
I think it's Wilbur Wood. Wilbur Wood is pitching.
Wilbur Wood.
Wilbur Wood, he did.
Wilbur.
Wilbur Wood did win. He did win both games of a doubleheader. He was a knuckleballer, and he won 20
games. I
games.
did that in college.
Did you really? Really?
Yeah.
Were you allowed to pitch that much?
Yeah. I mean, because dude, the first game it was 7-inning doubleheaders.
Okay.
So I'd only thrown like 56 pitches through like six innings.
Right.
And so my coach comes up to me and we had to win all 4 games to make it to the Big Ten tournament.
Oh my God.
So he was like, Denny, you think you can go like the second game? I said, if you can, because it was normally like 30-minute break between games.
Right.
I said, if you can do whatever you can, talk to the umpires, make it like 10, 15 minutes in between
keep you
games.
warm, right.
Yep, yeah.
And what
he
happened?
did. We sped it up and I went out and I threw the first 4 innings.
Oh my
Gave
God.
up like 1 run and then that was it. I was spent after 4 innings.
But
we were winning 3-1. And then
no.
senior guy gave up a 2-run bomb in the 7th.
Damn it. Where the hell
Do you
is
know how
that
many
guy
pitches
now?
you threw that day?
I think it was like 135 total or something.
Okay.
Getting Nolan Ryan territory out there. How about Nolan Ryan threw 270 pitches in a game once? I think we talked about it. Versus Louis Tiant in a game. They both went like 15 innings and both threw like 250 plus.
And then that minor league pitcher, I think, threw that in 2 innings the other day.
Yeah, did you see? Yeah, Denny yesterday sent me that thing. We had showed it last week. The guy who has like 35 wild
That was
pitches.
the most incredible stats I've ever
It's
seen.
like Nuke Lelouch, man. It's totally Bull Durham for real. All
Maybe
right.
he wasn't breathing out of his right eyelid.
I got the left eyelid, like the Galapagos Island thing. All right. Do you have a pick today, Ryan? I'm going to you first.
Not
You had an over last night.
I did.
It did not hit.
It ended up a 3-0 game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Right. And then I lost the.
Wait, was that at Wrigley?
Yeah.
The wind must have been blowing in.
Well, today it's apparently 25 miles per hour in.
Oh, in.
So, and it's also the lowest over under the year.
What is
It's
it?
a 6.
For Wrigley?
Yeah. So it's Shota Imanaga. Got
Okay.
Shota
Oh, you got your
Mania.
shirt on. There you go.
Shota Mania versus Pablo Lopez.
Oof,
So
but you would think that would hit,
Yeah.
but those are the ones.
I mean, it takes one bad inning to kind of get you at least halfway there, but I mean, 2 great pitchers with the wind blowing
All
in.
right,
So-
well,
I remember. Speaking of that, I have a good
Go,
one. That
go,
one too. The same
please.
thing. I was. That was my rookie year with the Pirates. Wind was blowing straight in, like 20-mile-an-hour gusts. And I remember I gave one to Sandberg in the first inning, and I thought for sure it was way gone. And Lloyd McClendon, I think, was playing left. And he had to come in like 5 or 6 steps to catch it. So I come in the dugout, and Stan Belinda goes, "That away, Nagelator. See that? You see that wind, man?" He goes, "Go right out. Nobody's hitting one out today."
Right.
Next inning, Andre Dawson comes up, fouls off 3 or 4, and then did one of those Andre the Hawk swings, man. And it went, I think, on to Waveland Avenue, too. Cut it through the wind. And I came back in. I go, guess I proved that theory wrong.
So Andre Dawson, he hawked to it.
Yeah, Hawk too.
It's public knowledge. Wait, okay.
We're really not allowed to say that.
She's everywhere. I can't avoid it. She's got like endorsement. She's coming up with a drink. Okay. Anyway, ladies and
got
gentlemen,
a
picks of the
betting
day.
line, too.
You have nothing.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm 0-3 in my
Gotta go back
dogs.
to the
Last night I
drawing
had
board.
Cleveland at home against these D-backs who are killing me. Cleveland looked good. The bullpen blew it. So I'm 0-3. So I thought I got to take a swing at a -1.5. Oh God. It's Stripling pitching for Oakland.
Yeah, I figured today would be the day that the Sox ended if you go with the A's.
Should I help Chicago White Sox fans out and take Oakland? Boy, I didn't know it was Stripling. I don't think that's who was announced. And then Jonathan Cannon. What a good name for a pitcher. Jonathan Cannon. He's 1-5 with a 4.11 ERA. I was gonna take Oakland -1.5. That would be a dog, right? Or what's the line on that? Is it plus money or maybe it's not?
Minus the 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm doing it. Taking the A's.
What is the what's the
it's-
Dodgers line?
It's
The
a pick 'em price
Dodgers,
now.
Kershaw is
It's minus
pitching.
110.
Is he?
Yeah, he's pitching. They're basically straight up. It's against. They're hosting the Phillies. They're -110. So 10 was that you said one? Yeah, so it's like close.
Then I would take the Dodgers.
You like the Dodgers?
Yes, because I think the Kershaw effect coming back.
He has.
And then Freddie Freeman, even though it's a second game back,
Right.
he has that presence, man. There's something about Freddie when he's back in that lineup and stuff too.
How did Atlanta let him go? I mean, I know it was they thought he was done. I mean,
They thought they couldn't afford the money he was asking.
yeah.
But, I think, to be honest with you, everything I kind of heard a little bit,
Right.
I don't want to say for sure, but
Right.
the rumblings I heard was he wanted to go play back home. He's from that area. He's from
Okay.
Southern California. He wanted to be closer to his family and stuff. I don't blame
It's always
him for
hard to
that.
fault guys for going home. Like
Exactly.
even when Bonds left to San Francisco, I was mad, but it was like, well, that's where he grew up.
Yep.
But then I'm like, your dad played for 12 teams. You grew up everywhere. All right, anyway. Bobby Bonds. All right, so that's our picks of the night right there. Picks of the day, whatever. Oh, JR says for FYI, over-under at Wrigley home games this season, the over-under is 24, 32, and 1 to the
Under.
under.
Wow.
So yeah, 24 overs, 32 unders, and 1 push.
See, yeah, because that's one of those tricky ones. That reminds me of like those games in the years past in the NFL where I would do the under because it was like freezing rain, sleet, snow somewhere.
Right.
Nobody could run, And sure, I remember one time, I don't remember what the over-under was. It was a low one, like,
Right.
33 or something like that. And, it was 3-0 at half. I remember it was the Raiders at the Broncos.
Okay.
And the final score ended up being like 37-34 in overtime. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense.
It does not make sense. Kershaw coming off one of his worst career starts, JR points out. Yes, that's another reason possibly to take him. And Joey B, I think Greg Vaughn's going to be here tomorrow stopping in. We'll talk more about those two facing each other. I know we've talked about it before, but we'll get Vonnie in here tomorrow. So we have an audible. Oh, go ahead.
Alex said she will take the Pirates as her dog.
Oh, Alex White's in there. All right, she's taking
Nice,
the Pirates.
Wait,
All right,
who
Alex.
the Pirates have?
They're San Diego Padres.
Yeah.
Ah.
Dylan Cease.
Oh.
He's real
Yeah.
good. Against Bailey Falter, who we've talked about. So
Yeah.
Falter started off really
Hopefully
strong.
he
He's now
doesn't
5
falter.
Hope he doesn't falter for Alex's bet.
But I did find the stat that I was kind of looking at this morning. So Colin Ray is on the mound for the Brewers going against the Braves today.
Okay.
Colin Ray, since the start of 2023, is is 11-0 when he has extended rest, and the team is not larger than a 185 dog, and it's now a 117 dog here at the South Point.
This is a deep dive.
Well, so essentially, when Colin Ray gets extended rest,
his
team is 11-0 in the last.
And he's pitching tonight for the Brewers against the Braves.
In
Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Is he the underdog?
Yes.
Can I switch to that?
If you'd like to.
It'd be like you're my GM, and
so this is supposed to be underdog bet.
Yeah, I'm only taking underdogs.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're sticking with the A's, that's now at a pick'em price. So
the
Dodgers were
I got it
underdogs,
in.
Right?
The Dodgers are like they're minus 107. They're a slight favorite. You can stick with the Dodgers. You don't have to do dogs. You can stick with the favorite. I mean, Kershaw's probably a good bet tonight.
Well, speaking of dogs, how close are we to the dog biscuits, doggy treats?
We have a whole month.
Yeah, we have
it's a whole month.
It's the whole month. If I lose tonight, what the hell? There's a guy banging a beer on the window. There's a guy banging a Heineken bottle on the window, like I'm a dog. Like,
he was holding up dog treats.
I was like, what is going on? This is the creepiest thing. It's like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. He's like,
we're going streaking.
I'll stick with Oakland. I said Oakland. I sent in Oakland. I'm staying with Oakland. Biggest mistake. All right, so we have an audible to call here. Do we do Olympic stuff or go right to post? What do you feel?
Olympic chunk?
Olympic chunk. Let's do the Olympic. All right, Ann, throw the Olympic. Woo, Olympics. We can't do the Olympic theme because it's copywritten. Yeah, but we'll just hum.
The agony of defeat.
We'll just sing a pit. Yeah. Worldwide. Yeah, worldwide. Wide world of sports.
Yes.
Okay. What are we starting with the Olympics?
So starting with Alona Maher, had a really big dog treat.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? She had a really big dog treat. She's the rugby girl who I love following her on social media.
Is that the one with Jason Kelsey?
Yes. She's great. Yeah, they arm wrestled, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and she wasn't it her?
I don't think it was her that arm wrestled, but I think
just
it was
go
her
with
that
it for the
posted
bit. Yeah, it was her. There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, she stopped for a little treat. She wanted a little croissant. What the?
It's bigger than Frank.
I thought it was a huge conch shell or something. That's how they serve them? Conch shell. Is that honestly, like, they make them that big?
Something got me going.
A store, yeah.
I think that's the size of Frank's dog treat that he's has to eat.
But, when you're a rugby player, you got to carb up. So, eat a giant croissant and go out and hit some people. Yeah. They won the bronze, right? Silver.
Yes.
Silver or bronze?
Bronze.
With that, but still the moment of the Olympics, that run where they 5 seconds left and the one girl runs and just Forrest Gumps it all the way down.
Yeah. Time expired, yeah.
And then the extra point.
I
was running, Greenbow, Alabama. All right, what's next from the Olympic Village?
Well, still looking at Alona Maher. So they had a celebrity kind of meet up with a bunch of celebrities in the sporting
world. They've been doing that, we've seen,
and Tom Brady happened to be there.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
And
she got to meet the GOAT.
He wanted a picture with her.
How cool is that?
No, she asked for the picture with him, but
there
was also.
I saw John Staley take a picture with him too, right? Yeah. And she was like, she goes, "Oh my God, he is so handsome in person." Have you ever been around Tom Brady?
No, I've never met Brady.
Yeah, security reasons.
He doesn't want to be around me. I'll bring his looks down.
But he's been bouncing around all over the Olympics and taking pictures. It's been really cool. Okay.
So now we'll go to one of the track athletes.
Track and field's really heating up too. It's been fun to watch.
I forget her name. Oh, Chari.
It's a Chari.
Yeah.
Chari.
I think it's Cherie. Yeah, sure. Cherie Hawkins. So Frank found this one. We've talked a lot about the Olympic Village not being very good.
Right.
And apparently they don't have curtains in their
plenty
rooms.
of condoms.
Yeah, right. I know. And cardboard
Have you
beds.
seen those numbers? Like what they do?
But look at this. They don't have curtains.
Okay, so I'm in my room at the Olympic Village, and
we showed her in the outfit.
This is awesome.
She was
These
one
are
of the
all
track and
people
field.
who are across from me.
I remember her.
That's super fun.
She's a sprinter.
She's part of one of the team track athletes.
There are no curtains.
So there's no curtains.
There are no curtains.
So she kind of made a makeshift curtain.
Found this guy.
Because that stinks for sleep.
Right. I know. Yeah, you don't want the light coming in at 5:30.
This is an air conditioning unit that is stuck on the top, but it's really sticky up here. And so what I
she
thought
just
I would do,
sticks the blanket to the top
Sticks
of the
the blanket,
window.
yeah.
Because there's also a net
Did
that
she
she
say
can't
stinky
wrap
or
it around.
Sticky.
stick it on there.
There you go.
And now we have some privacy. It works out literally perfectly, but I will say, you have a time clock because this is sticky and it's going to fall down eventually. So if I'm getting out of the shower or if I'm changing, I put this up and then I literally change as humanly fast as possible, because if not, if this comes down nice and easy.
Comes down right away. Anyway, so yeah, they don't have.
Dude, I did see, I forget his name, the guy that set the world record pole vault last night.
Wait, what?
He set the world record.
Pole vault?
The pole vault.
Oh, yeah, you said pole vault.
Pole vault.
Yes, he did. I did see that. I did see that. That's not the most popular clip from the pole vault, but I did see that clip.
I know. Yeah, we know which pole vault you like.
Can't show that one. But anyway, yeah, there's some great world records happening in Paris. All right, well, Ryan's calling audible back there for our next Paris clip.
What?
What? Huh? What?
Well, the next clip was just, it was going to be sticking with
sticking.
There we go, sticking.
Yeah. So she had actually met LeBron when she was in middle school. So she posted.
Okay, so this is me when I was in middle school. And
Very
LeBron
cute.
James was in high school. He was the #1 recruit, and we were in Las Vegas at the big time
Yeah, I've
tournament.
seen a lot of her in the
If you know
algorithm
about that tournament,
in
my
the
dad was a
Olympics
basketball
on-
coach, so that's what we did. I went out to him. He was on the phone, and I was like, "Excuse
Was
me,
your
can
dad
I
a
take
basketball
picture?"
coach?
And
Is
he
that
was
what you just
so
said?
nice. He was
Yeah.
literally like, "Oh, of course." And he was like, "Just a second." And then he took a picture with me, and then he resumed his phone call. Literally 17 years old.
And she's the same height now. That's
so
weird
when we
how
took
she's
this
same.
picture, you better believe that I had that other photo ready to go. And I was
show
like,
him.
I have to show you something. And I showed it to him. He took my phone out
And
of
they're
my
the
hands. He was
Olympic
like,
condoms
"No
you were talking about,
way!"
Denny. LeBron and her both
so
wearing
amazing.
one.
Literally, he has been incredible since he was 17 years old.
That was Shaq's
So,
comment.
Yeah, just another track athlete meeting goats. So yeah.
Any other Olympic stuff?
Yeah. So another one, talking about LeBron and Olympic basketball.
Right.
They took their team photos, and then the Team USA posted it as a choose your fighter kind of thing.
All right. I
So
don't know.
panning
No,
from
if you
athlete to
wave,
athlete.
no. You got to be stoic. That's not bad. Might take LeBron. Oh, KD. Not Steph.
No.
Smiling. No.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Maybe.
Okay,
Yeah,
Embiid.
no.
No, you're
M-
too short.
no
Get
Embiid.
out. Oh, the
Yeah,
unibrow.
that's a good one,
AD's
too.
not bad.
Nope, too friendly.
Yeah, Tyrese is not.
I go AD. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
I go
bad
Anthony
from Tyrese.
Davis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same.
Although in the middle of the fight, it's amazing. He'll get hurt and be out for the rest of the fight. So, you know what his nickname is in the media? It was street clothes, because he's in street clothes so much. They were calling Anthony Davis street clothes when he first came to LA because he was in street clothes more than his uniform. So, sorry, Reno Paul, if you're watching. Kershaw coming. Yes. Okay. What's next?
So we've shown Snoop going around the Olympics a ton.
I mean, he's the
and this
man,
one is a couple days old, but it's him dancing with one of the horses.
Oh my God, there he is. That's a dressage horse. Is that what it is?
I think so. There. Yeah,
Well, he's
there-
worked with Dr. Dre and now Mr. Ed.
Yeah, good night. Good night, everybody. Who's the guy pounding on the blast now?
We're going streaking through the quad.
Through the quad. We're going Frank the Tank. That's me.
No, it's Frank
all
the
right.
Blade.
That was good. Frank the Blade.
Okay, so from one runner that probably needs a bath to a swimmer that probably needs one, there was a medalist that was caught sleeping outside instead of in the village.
Well, again, because the accommodations are so bad, this guy won. So, but you would think he's maybe a homeless guy. It's like, no, I just won a medal in the Olympics. And he didn't want to sleep inside because it was just too uncomfortable and too hot.
Yeah.
So he slept outside.
Jeez. For real, he said it was too
Yeah,
hot even?
yeah, he just didn't like the accommodation. So he
Oh,
just.
my gosh.
Does he have his medal on him? I hope he doesn't have his medal on him.
Yeah, that part I don't know.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So the Olympics are in LA in 2028. Give them real beds, please. Give them AC. My God.
I don't know. There's plenty of places to sleep outside.
There's a lot. Plus, you'll be competing for space outside to sleep in Los Angeles. That's why I'm now in
That'll
Vegas.
be a sport in itself.
Yeah, right.
Well-
Speaking of LA,
Yeah, and the 28 Olympics, they came out with the logos for the 28
Uh-oh.
Olympics. And there's an interchangeable A in all of these logos. So
for each event or something, is that what it is? Really?
I think so. I think
Yeah,
that's
it's
correct.
confusing.
You
I
can
saw it. It's
also
really
kind of look
colorful,
at
I'll tell
it.
you that.
Yeah. So I think that's let's see, 26 different A's. 27.
They're just thinking merchandise right there. They're just like, we can sell 28 different shirts.
Well, those are all should all be individual pins as well.
Oh my God,
how
the pins
big
are the
the
big
pins,
thing
yeah.
right there. Do you see the Snoop Dogg pin with him blowing the Olympics?
No.
Oh my God, it's the pin everybody wants, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Olympics in LA in 2028, and the closing ceremonies happen this weekend. I think on Sunday.
That I'm not sure of.
There's a rumor Tom Cruise is involved in the closing
doing some
ceremony.
sort of Mission Impossible, like
yes, parachuting into the
I was going to
stadium.
say skydiving.
Now, but what I've read is that it was actually shot possibly in March because there was no way.
There's
or
two
something.
parts to it.
Two parts to it.
So-
Right. The beginning is they shot already in March.
The ending. So
The ending.
Yes. So that he's still going to do a bit in France,
Right.
but the ending is going to be him flying into the Hollywood sign.
That's it. Yeah, that's the part they
skydiving
already
into the
shot.
Hollywood sign,
Because
yeah.
there's always like the
the
ceremonial
transition to the-
passing of the
yeah.
torch. So he might actually skydive into the Seine. I don't know. No, into the stadium. I don't know what he's doing.
Or
Yeah,
no,
I'm not sure.
the Hollywood sign.
Yeah, well, the end, yeah.
That's the end. Oh, but he's going to
That
be there doing
movement
something
that
to
way.
okay.
show that
Yeah.
he's in France because he's already popped up at some of the events.
The closing ceremonies are Sunday, so
Sunday.
That
All
is
right,
when
we'll
it-
have to wait
when
till
it'll be,
Sunday. So
yeah.
there you go. All right, very good.
okay. Well, that we can close up the Olympic.
Close that
John.
up. Close up with the Olympic torch. Do we
Your
want
mission,
to?
should you choose it?
What's your mission? By the way, I love all those movies.
Yeah.
They're all great. And the second one, The Dead Reckoning Part 2, or what is it coming out soon?
Yeah.
Right, Caden? Do your worldwide. Do Pitbull one more time. Okay. Post with punchlines. We sound the horn. All right, we got some posts we want to get through here. Post with punchlines. Very old picture of me right there. That's from when we first started.
handsome now.
Okay, cool. I saw that hand in front of my face. All right, what do we got? What's first up?
So the first one will be something that happened as part of training camp this morning. So the teams typically before preseason games do shared practices,
Which is never a good idea.
So
This
this
never
one,
works out.
Good fight.
Yeah.
This one between the Giants and the Lions. Malik Neighbors kind of
Rookie number one pick.
Yeah, so ball he didn't catch towards the end zone, little back shoulder fade, runs over to the other corner and kind of hits him in the face. We'll kind of get an angle
geez.
mix match
Again,
up here.
Why are you punching?
Yeah.
Nabbing heads. Oh, here's a better angle. That's grit, though. That's the Lions last season.
Yep. Stuck up for his
So
teammate.
it's Kirby Joseph that Neighbors kind of got into it with.
Good job.
But my favorite part is kind of the next clip you'll see here is this kind of after the pile or coming out of the pile. Kirby has that head shield in his face mask that his teammates have to help him get out of his
I thought that
mask.
was Alona's croissant, actually. I thought was
Yeah.
wedged in
To
there.
fix the mushroom. Huh?
Yeah, right. The
Those
great
things look like wild
kazoo.
mushrooms. Yeah, the great kazoo. Hello,
Great
dum
kazoo.
dum.
The voice of Great Kazoo? Anyone? Harvey Korman. From the Carol
Really?
Burnett Show was the Great Kazoo.
No way.
Yeah, it was Harvey Korman. Good trivia question. All right. Yeah, they're scrappy, both teams. The Detroit Lions, though,
You gotta love Dan Cameron.
that's what I'm saying. You know how much he loved that fight?
Oh my God.
Although it's New York, we just watched the GM and Malik Neighbors, they gave all that money to. They're like, that's our number one pick in a fight. Stop that.
Well,
But the team maybe respects him now.
Yeah, it's sending a culture change,
Sure.
culture shift
There you go.
from
That kid's
being
gonna be
bad
a
the
stud,
last
too,
few
though.
years.
He
Yeah,
is, yeah. At LSU, he dominated. I don't know if he's as good as Marvin Harrison, but he might be. I don't know. They were going to be happy with either one.
A lot of people are saying
I think
Neighbors
he's a little
very
more
well could
physical
be.
than him.
Yeah. And then you got a Dunze who's not as physical, but's going to be a stud for your Bears.
Hopefully.
3 receivers in the
Yeah,
top
we're
10.
hoping.
All right, what's
Yes.
next, Ryan? Good job.
So going from one New York team to another, going to the New York Yankees. Aaron
I
Judge.
thought that was the Jets.
No, the Jets. We don't talk about the Jets. unless
Moving
Jeff
off of
Parles is
football,
here.
going
Yeah.
to baseball. Brooksgate put out a stat of Aaron Judge's OPS plus combined with 4 other players:
PJ LeMahieu
Andrew Benintendi and Bo
Benintendi.
Bichette.
and Bo Bichette.
And Bo Bichette.
Yeah, he's 4-1.
I
man.
mean, 4 stud players.
Yeah.
Obviously, 3 of them are having.
They're having down
doubles.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good, solid names. Yeah,
So Judge
are
is
equivalent
op.
to Judge.
What?
OP.
Judge is what's
Judge
that?
is not an op. Judge is OP. OP means overpowered. This was a Young Mesa title.
Oh, okay. You have 3 guys over 50. Who
Did
knew
you-
what OP meant? OPP. Yeah, you know me.
Dude, did you see that? That there was a clip going around the other day about the. I don't remember who was pitching against him, but Javi Baez was up. And it was an 0-2 count.
Yeah.
It might have been the Pirates team too. But anyways, they were like, "This is how bad it's gotten with him." They were set up like this far off the plate.
Yeah.
An 0-2 pitch, a slider, and it started there. And he still swung. I'm like, "Good God."
Oh, trust me, Ryan's been following his downfall since he left the Cubs. He got so
You happy
much
about that,
money.
Ryan?
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, originally I didn't want them to let the core go. Javi, KB, Rizzo. I wanted
Chris
to see that
Bryant,
kind
yeah.
of stick together, but
Yeah.
it's definitely shown that it's paid off.
so OP means what? Just so I know the jargon.
Overpowered.
Overpowered. All right. Judge is OP.
It's a video game kind.
Oh,
of
it's a
thing.
video game thing. That's why I didn't get it.
Yeah.
All right. When I play Asteroids, I don't see OP on there. That's all I play. Asteroids. All right. What's next?
So going from OPS plus to just
Taking
straight
a sip
OPS. Another Brooks Gates stat. He decided to look at the first half OPS compared to the second half OPS. Obviously, the second half is a significantly smaller sample size, but kind of the shift from how good you were in the first half to how good you've been in the second half. So Vladdy, since getting his haircut, has a plus 0.792 better OPS. Gavin Lux is the one that
Josh
went
Bell,
with here.
too, has been killing the ball.
And then two of the biggest shifts to the downside have been Will Smith for the Dodgers and Trey Turner for the Phillies. And then if you look a little bit just to fifth, so two of the Phillies' most significant hitters have took a steep dive at the start of this second.
Ryan, take Will Smith's name out your mouth. All right. I saw that Rudy Arozarena, too, was up there, too. Rudy Arozarena's having a pretty good second half. His name is Randy. I screwed up. I made a mistake. All right. What's next, Ryan?
So now we kind of talked a little bit about it with DeRosa, but looking at the second half records so far for these teams, you guys had mentioned the Padres 11-3, the D-backs are 12-4, the Royals, A's, and Dodgers round out the top five as the only team so far with double-digit wins since the break. The Sox obviously have yet to win a game. The Phillies are really struggling, 4-12 since the break. Tigers, Cardinals, Red Sox, Braves.
Yeah, let me ask Denny about that.
Not
The
a whole
Braves
lot
are
of stuff.
7-9. I know you follow the Braves, obviously, still. What can they do in the second half to remain in the hunt? Phillies are how many games ahead of them? They're, although the Phillies are struggling, but obviously they're still in contention. They're number one in the wild card, I think. But what do you feel about the Braves?
I think the Braves, the best thing they can do is still take that same attitude and approach that Bobby Cox used to have, that Brian Snicker, has as well too. That don't hit the panic button.
Right.
These guys are good enough. Yes, they've been kind of decimated with some injuries and stuff.
Plus, their best hitter and their best pitcher.
Exactly,
I mean, my God, they're still in it.
That's tough to make up. But they were doing it all season long. Now, just like Mark said, it's true, Frank. Every team hits that one stretch where it's
20
like
games.
God, everybody slumps at the same time or something. A lot of times it's like one or two guys might be slumping. It just seems like you hit those stretches where everybody kind of like tanks at the same time and stuff. But they've got enough veterans on their team, and you're always a reflection of your manager. Brian Snicker's not going to panic, so as long as they don't panic, I think they'll still be fine.
And that 20-game stretch that's rough. The White Sox saw that and said, "Hey, hold my beer. Watch this. We're going to lose every game."
I didn't realize
this year.
the Phillies had struggled that bad.
Yeah,
too.
they're coming. Yeah, Harper was third worst on there, right?
Fifth
worst. Yeah. So
Trey
Bryce
Turner
is
was
struggling.
second.
Yeah, because Trey Turner was hitting like 340 or something.
Before
at
the
the
break,
immediately
he was
coming
on
off
fire.
Injury.
They'll be all right. All these teams are just trying to get to October, and then it's a whole new season, right? Pirates are 8-7
Let's
since
go
the
Bucks.
break. Okay, I know they got a stretch of the Dodgers and Padres in Pittsburgh. So tonight, Padres, I'll be watching.
Well, so you said get to October. They have Major League Baseball has officially announced the postseason schedule.
Okay.
So October 1st through the
when do I have
3rd
to be in Pittsburgh?
is the wild card series.
No, we're winning the division.
The 5th through the 12th or 11th is the division series. The 14th through 13th through the 22nd ish will be the championship series, and the World Series begins October 25th.
We should never ever see the word November on there. Look at that. November 2nd would be Game 7. Mr. November was Jeter. I remember when he hit that home run in 2001 to be the first player ever to hit home run in November. But I don't ever want to see baseball in November.
No.
It just seems, Halloween, we're going to go trick-or-treating? No, World Series on. Can't go.
Game 1.
Game 1. It's been a few rainouts, so I'm going to watch. And then on Thanksgiving, Game 7. It'll be tremendous. It's too weird. Too weird. It's the boys of summer, for God's sakes. But I do like that baseball, only sport in one calendar year. Right? You got your champs, not like, Lakers are 06, 07 champs and all that bull crap. I don't know if they won in 06, 07. Might have. No? Spurs?
I don't think so.
Detroit? That's when they lost to Detroit, maybe?
I don't think Detroit was that good then.
Anyway.
But that we will just have extra for tomorrow. We have a top 5.
We have a top 5. All right, let's do it. Tuesday's top 5. Let's do it.
Intro.
I don't know. I got Denny.
Tuesday's top 5.
There it is. Take that soundbite. We're using that.
Re-rack it. Okay, so this one. Let me know when you're good. Well,
Dan's got it.
Basically, we're going to look at a season in the past and an award race.
Okay.
So 1997.
Oh, Jesus.
The NL Cy Young Award race.
All right. So what do we have a graphic? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Hold on.
Just
because
torturing me.
There we go. All right. So this is the top 5. This is the ballot.
Yes. The NL side. Yeah.
Who is number 2?
Number 2 would be Greg Maddux.
Greg Maddux. Really? Okay. 97. You're on there.
Yep.
You're 3?
Yep.
You are 3. All right. So it's Maddux. Wait, was Glavine first or was Smoltz? No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, 97.
It was right before he went to the American League.
Is it Pedro?
Yes.
It is Pedro.
Yep. His numbers were gaudy.
Every year for like that 10-year stretch was just. So you got Pedro, you got Maddux, you got Denny Neagle. That was your 20 and 5 year? Okay. I don't know 4 and 5. Do you know 4 and 5?
I think I might. Was Darryl Kyle on there?
The late Darryl Kyle.
Number 5.
He was number 5. So 4.
And then 4 would have been
division rival.
Was it a Philly?
Cliff Lee?
Nope. It was. He was in the All-Star game that year too. I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Robin
Steve
Roberts.
Carlton.
Tug McGraw.
It wasn't Kurt Schilling. It was Kurt Schilling.
Was it?
Oh, I forgot he did finish strong that year. That's right.
There you go. There it is.
So
right there. There's
Pedro, Maddux, Neagle, Schilling, Kyle.
Pretty awesome list to see.
Yeah. Darryl.
Just to show a little bit of how good Denny Neagle was.
Yeah.
And he's even better here. He's better there. He's great here. I don't know. He's great everywhere. So tomorrow we believe that Greg Vaughn is stopping by.
Nice.
All right. So Vonnie, who lives close by, who pops in now, usually to take money from the casino because he's been betting and hitting. Chris is like, oh, great. Vaughn's coming in again. Been hitting parlays. He's been taking our advice.
Who's giving him tips?
He's taking some Alex tips. He's listening to Ryan. He liked the
when I actually.
I think it was the Marlins one. I think he hit on you. Like the Marlins
can't beat lefties.
They can't beat lefties. They're like 21.
At this point, I think they still don't have 10 wins against a lefty starting pitcher.
Wow. Denny, you could come out of retirement and pitch against the Marlins. There you go. All right, so tomorrow's Greg Vaughn, and also tomorrow is Josh Charles or Doug Elin?
Doug Elin.
Doug Elin. All right, Doug Elin. We're going to do Hump Day homers. You got to pick a guy who you think's going to hit a homer tomorrow. Maybe we can get Doug to do that too. Another tremendous show, Denny. Thank you for getting Mark DeRosa, who was fantastic. Just such a good guy, man.
Yeah, great.
And that story about you guys on a motorcycle, we have to AI something like that. What else? Anything to close the show with? Anything you learned? Anything I'm forgetting? Talk about the other shows. You got
not specific if we don't do a Dumb and Dumber thing.
We have to do it. We're gonna. Something will happen. We're gonna do something. Sports by the Book tomorrow.
Not only Sports by the Book, but Race Day Las Vegas tomorrow. Yeah, it's the South Point Studio YouTube channel. Race Day Las Vegas, 7 a.m. Sports by the Book, 9 a.m. Our show at noon.
We got a full roster. Keep sharing and subscribing. Please let your friends know about this. We have fun every day from noon to 1. Sometimes we go a little overtime, extra innings, I should say.
Yes.
There you go. We'll see you tomorrow. Punchlines live in Nevada every show.